Welcome to another episode of Golden Nuggets, Tea and Tales, Season 2, powered by Husby, served by Della. Now, Della, you've made an interesting point in one of the other episodes. How do you decide whether you as a real estate agent work better as a buyer agent or a seller's agent?
So a lot of agency, when they hire you, they give you a phone and they say you're calling 100 to 200 people a day.
Right.
So they're just doing that until they pick a property and then they list them and they charge a fee to the seller for that particular service. Mm-hmm. Now, if you have a good enough network of yourself, where I was lucky enough to have, you would get phone calls of, hi, I'm trying to buy this. Hi, I'm trying to buy that. But being on the buyer side is kind of just luck. You know, someone has to wake up and think they're going to buy a property and call you, or you need to have a good enough social media or some sort of income. To bring in people. So majority of people that start are sellers agents. Now, some deals you end up representing both sides, so it becomes really like, who am I really represent? Yeah. And if you are an investor and you want to be represented well, you need to pay your agent. You can't say that because the buyer is paying 2%.
Yeah.
Then that's just the buyer's agent. Then you're probably not going to get a good, because you're not paying a fee for this person's service. And this is our job. We don't get a salary. So when you start, you kind of need to decide, like, am I going to start picking up the phone and calling people, or am I a persona enough to build my own brand and attract buyers, go out and about, present myself and go to the gym, go to restaurants, talk to people and tell everybody, that I'm a real estate agent, and then attract buyers that way. Ideally, you have to be both. To be a good agent, that you have repeat sales all the time, like 10 is the golden listings that you need. 10 well priced. Like I always say, I'm not here to list your property, I'm here to sell your property. So please don't give me some ridiculous number that's unachievable, not the market price, makes me look bad, like wastes everyone's time. So I think that you need to learn how to do both. It's important to brand yourself, but it's also really important to be able to pitch yourself well enough for someone to trust you in selling their property.
And who do you think gets it better, seller's agent or buyer's agent?
That's a question I ask myself all the time. But I think I like to be in control of the deal, and you're in control of the deal, I think, when you have the buyer.
I would have thought it was the other way around. I think the seller. I personally...
The seller wants to sell. It's how much he's getting. So if the seller wants 21 and you know that 19 is coming, you're not sitting there like worried. The other agent is like calling you like, what's the offer? What's the offer? And you're playing. I also would like to add, I would never do a deal where it's more than 2 agents involved. I'm not interested. It's Chinese whispers. Agents lie. Agents are all not professional. I'm not doing it. No. Like, don't invite me into this. It's
so for example, just to be clear, it would be like you have the seller. Yeah. You are representing the seller, and then an agent comes along with someone else's buyer. Yeah. So that's now become a 3-way deal.
Yeah. I'm not interested.
Okay.
It's just too messy. I just like to be in control of my life, my income, my deals. I don't want a shit show going on. Like, what's happening? Because a lot of people, funny enough, one of my colleagues sold me a property that his client had not yet transferred.
Okay.
So I had a check for a guy in his name that didn't exist.
Right.
So, like, imagine there was someone else in between us. It would have just
got messy.
Yeah, and I don't like to look bad in front of my clients. I work really hard to build the reputation and brand that I have, and I don't like to mess around with it.
So, buyer's agent. You should be a buyer's agent if what? Name top 3.
You have a good network. If you can find the property they're looking for well, and if you know how to negotiate well.
And you should be a seller's agent if
you like cold calling, or you're good at it. You don't have the confidence to build your own brand, and you come from an agency that is very good in the secondary market, and that makes it easier for you to list properties.
There you go. Pick your lane, guys. Are you a buyer's agent or a seller's agent? Did we miss anything? Let us know in the comments.